Today's unpopular opinion is British food is the world's best cuisine. Not only does British food have the best names, Spotted Dick, Toad in the Hole, Bubble and Squeak, it is also the tastiest cuisine there is. It's comforting, varying, and delicious. French and Italian food have nothing on Britain. It's not often that you see actual unpopular opinions here. Yeah, but this is just blasphemy, although their breakfasts look good. Now that's truly unpopular and 200% wrong. Upvoted. LOL, very unpopular. Legit worst food I've ever had. You spent 3 days in London, which has literally every type of food on the planet, including some insanely good traditional favorites like pies, roasts, amazing breakfasts. But after 3 days, you broke down and got Mackies? Sounds like you really didn't do any research beforehand, or just don't like good food, which is cool, not everyone does. I recommend TripAdvisor, my friend. London doesn't get enough credit for its massive variety of everything. I'm telling you, I tried. I love food. I'm not picky. I've been around the world and eaten some rather questionable things. I couldn't find anything decent in London. Caveat: I tried the local specialties first and wasted a day and a half on things like the best fish and chips in town and other BS. London was hands down the most disappointing cuisine in the world to me. Scotland, however, had phenomenal food no matter where I went. Loved that place. I get what you're saying, I just can't think of a single thing we would call a specialty of London. Sounds like you visited all the shitty tourist traps. There's loads of that in London. They don't give a crap if people never return, because they get 16 million tourists through each day. Don't write off the entire country's food based on some crappy holes in London, though. Stick with the Lebanese food in London. Well, you didn't have very good English food. I'll admit a lot of British food is bad, but it can be really great. A lot of English cuisine is also sort of Anglo-American, like roasts and stuff, and is quite similar to non-fast food American food. England colonized the entire world for spices and then never even bothered using them in their cooking. Also, Yorkshire puddings are god tier. But what about the classic British roast with roast beef, gravy, potatoes, veg, Yorkshire puddings, and horseradish sauce? Just looking at photos of British cuisine makes me thirsty. Is everything deep fried? Much of it is boiled. No, almost none of our traditional food is deep fried. Well done. It's an easy choice, but a very unpopular opinion outside of the UK. But I think the British breakfast is a good thing. Sometimes. Mate, this is an unpopular opinion inside of the UK as well. The UK is one of the worst places on earth, and our food contributes to the general, all-pervading sense of misery and entropy that saturates every second of life on this accursed island. From a spag ball of gritty minced beef sat in weird watery tomato sauce full of orange oil that ruins your dishes, complete with undercooked or overcooked spaghetti, to a plate of dry, unseasoned roast beef with clumpy Bisto gravy and sloppy mashed potatoes and boiled peas, you have to endure every Sunday, knowing it will camp out in your intestines for days. British food is a travesty. Even the foods named in OP's posts are vile. Spotted Dick, a suet pudding with raisins usually served with custard, sticks to the roof of your mouth and your molars and is too sweet. Toad in the Hole, usually burned chipolata sausages entombed in greasy pancake batter. Bubble and Squeak, literally just Dutch stampot with a stupid name. If someone claims to enjoy British food, they are either an idiot or they were born without taste buds. Sadly, I do think it is that most British people aren't very good at cooking. From my experience, most are brought up on fish fingers and carrot sticks. However, this is mostly because the houses I have eaten at heard about have been from lower income families. However, when you do experience someone that has taken the time to correctly make the food, then it can taste nice. I mean, I also come from an Eastern European household, and when I told some of my mates I had bigos on the hob for 6 hours, they were horrified. So, personally, I think that most British people just don't take the time to cook properly, which leads to the food being pretty disgusting. But the idea of the food itself is nice and comforting. I don't know where you learned to cook, but I think the problem is your cooking, not the food. I'm British and also a fantastic cook. My American husband loves British food. Beans on toast is the food of the gods. I wouldn't say it's the finest cuisine, but I'd rather sit on the quay with a large cod and chips and a thermos of tea than eat caviar and lobster any day.